Hello, everyone, and good evening at the time of recording. My name is TJ King, aka Soulfire Crown Vlogs, and I'm back again. Tonight, I wasn't actually planning on recording anything, but I had something happen to me that started me thinking on a topic, and the topic is on anxiety. So, for a couple of years, I've been kind of learning what anxiety meant. When I was younger, I never really understood what it was, and I had never really heard the term be used, but I knew that something was weird because there would be times where if I was stressed out or if something was going on, I would have this feeling where it was just kind of this, like, sort of tightness, this, like, it's hard to really even explain what it feels like. Along with a couple of other things that just weren't normal, and I knew that much. It didn't feel normal. So when I started to learn more about anxiety and more about how it affects someone and how, sometimes it just really makes you want to shut down and makes things really existential. Everything is like the end of the world, and it's not a good feeling. And I had a moment of that earlier today. And unfortunately, it was because I didn't know what my schedule was. Things got shifted around, or maybe I read what my postings were incorrectly, and somehow it just got to a point where I felt a little bit tense and I felt a little bit anxious, and that wasn't nice. I didn't like that feeling, and I never liked that feeling. But I felt it nonetheless, and by the time I got home, I had calmed myself down a little bit. I had, taken a couple of deep breaths, and I decided to just sit in silence for a second and just kind of recollect my thoughts and try and project a more positive outlook on things. And, today's been a bit of a long day, so maybe it was better that what I had planned tonight isn't actually happening tonight, and that it got moved to a different time. And that's a good thing, because that way I can be at the top of my game for it, and I can be ready for it. And that's important, is to be able to look forward at things and to be able to, take into consideration the positive outlook on how things are, I guess. And I know that I'm kind of talking circles, and that's kind of what I do. I've noticed that, is that when I talk, a lot of my topics just go in a circle, and I end up just hitting the same note over and over again. Maybe it's because I'm an English major and I've just programmed my brain to think of a sentence in as many different ways as possible so that I can have filler for my essays. Sorry to every prof and every teacher I've ever had. But at the same time, I think it's also because when I have a thought about something, it's very poignant to me, at least, and I find it very hard to vocalize my thoughts to people sometimes. I find it very hard to put my thoughts into words and to have people understand them when I do. Because to me, it makes perfect sense, and to other people, sometimes I speak and they just kind of give me the look and oh yeah, right. And I can tell, you didn't really get what I meant, but that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. So, anxiety. And why did I bring this up? Why is this my topic for today? Well, it's kind of hard to ask why anxiety and why talk about it and why bring it up. And I think I bring it up because it's January right now, which means that coming soon, I don't even know the date of it. It always seems to sneak up on me. But Bell Let's Talk, which is Mental Health Awareness Day, where you use a hashtag, you share a photo, you do all these other things, and somehow there is a number value that ends up getting donated to mental health research. Yes, it's a great cause, and it's great for spreading awareness. It doesn't change anything in the long run. One day of people talking about it doesn't make it go away. The next day, people are still suffering from it. So, last year and a couple of years before that on Twitter, I went a little bit rogue, and I ended up, saying, Belle, let's talk, but let's talk every day. And I kind of pushed it for the next couple of days, and I said we should still be talking about mental health. We should still be doing this. And I, went on for a little while, and then I stopped myself, and I was like, okay, I think I made my point. My followers are getting annoyed with me. Let's just knock it off. But it's important to talk about, and it's important to be able to recognize when something's not okay and when you don't feel okay, whether that be, a mental state or a physical state or something like that, an emotional state. It's important to talk about it and to be open about it. And that's why I made this, is because it's almost a way for me to give myself reassurance of there's a positive perspective in the future. And eventually, I may be scrolling through my past years from now, and I'll come across this video again, and I'll go, what did I say in this, huh? And I'll click on it and go, oh, okay, I made some decent points. Or I'm going to go, man, what is with your hair? Because I do that a lot. I go through my old videos, and I'm like, gah, what a choice that was. People actually allowed me to do that. But ultimately, it's important to try and stay positive about things. And when anxiety is getting to you, don't be afraid to reach out to people and say, hey, can we talk? Like, can I just kind of vent some stuff and just kind of allow myself to just kind of eliminate some of this negative thinking? And if you can't do that, and if anxiety does get a hold of you and it does, wear you down a little bit, just try and calm yourself as best as you can. Find something that you enjoy doing and that you can focus on doing, and that takes your focus away from everything else going on and just allows you to be in the moment and just rest for a second. Take the time to rest. Allow your soul fire to recharge, to brighten up a bit, let your emotional fire recover, and then go from there. That's actually going to be a topic of an upcoming video, is the soul and the emotional fire. I've talked to a couple of people about this before, and it's a concept that I have and that I've developed over the past couple of years or so. And it's important to me, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it. But in order for you guys to enjoy it, you need to hit that subscribe button down below. I don't know which side it's on because I'm not used to being on YouTube anymore, and I don't know how the camera flips anymore. So just hit the subscribe button. Make sure that, you come back and check every so often for a new video. I plan to be doing them as often as I can, and as often as my brain comes up with something new to talk about. The soul fire and emotional fire one is going to be a lot more structured, and I'm going to have like notes in front of me and everything. This was one of those unprofessionally professional rambles that I had, where I had my topic, but I didn't have anything in front of me, and I just kind of went for it. Whereas the next one is going to be a little bit more professionalized and a little bit more structured, and I'm going to know what I'm saying instead of just rambling and hoping for the best for 8 minutes. So I truly hope that you guys enjoy. If I sound a little bit clearer, it's because I'm using my computer and my good old microphone. As you can see, the pop filter over in the side. I went back to using that system because I'm testing out which is going to give me the better quality video. I had that weird filter on my last video, on my welcome home one, just because it was there. And yeah, so make sure that you are subscribed so that you can see all of the content coming up. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and if you enjoy, these sort of topic videos, and just coming here and having a little chat, and just having somebody to talk to or somebody to hear something from. I plan on doing a couple other things in the future that are sort of like this. I had an inspiration for a video a little while ago, and I can't wait to do something like that. And yeah, so make sure you subscribe, leave a like, comment down below. Have you had run-ins with anxiety, and how do you cope with it? And let's start a conversation. Let's talk about these things. Let's talk about mental health, and let's get this out there. Let's destroy the stigma behind it, because things are okay. Things are positive, and at the end of the day, we'll get through it together. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is TJ King, also known as Soulfire Crown Vlogs, And I would like to thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.